One of the things that affect you, my dear heart, and affect your heart is something called the tongue. And many of you will be surprised. Really? Is my tongue affecting my heart? And the answer is yes, subhanallah. And listen to what Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam said. لا يستقيم إيمان عبد حتى يستقيم قلبه ولا يستقيم قلبه حتى يستقيم لسانه. He alayhi salatu wasalam said, the servant of Allah, his faith will not be straight and will not be sound until or unless his heart or her heart is sound and straight. And this heart will not be straight and sound unless the tongue is straight and sound. So did you see? So the environment around me is what I hear and also what I speak. And this is another hadith of Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, the meaning of, you guarantee me, he's saying this, you guarantee me what is between the two jaws and the two legs, and I will guarantee Jannah, subhanallah. Meaning the major sins mainly come from these two parts of the body, the tongue and the private part. This is a beautiful hadith to Sayyidina Mu'adh. And Sayyidina Mu'adh is a very well-known Sahabi who Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam specifically said to him, Ya Mu'adh, inni uhibbuk, I really love you. So it's a long hadith, but the part that is related to the tongue, Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam was talking about, be careful what you say. And Sayyidina Mu'adh, in a natural response, because he didn't know, he said, Ya Rasulullah, وَإِنَّا لَمُؤَاخَذُونَ بِمَا نَتَكَلَّمْ. Ya Rasulullah, are we going to be taken accountable because of what we say? Meaning he, up till this point, thought that, what we say is just words. What is the big deal? And look what he said, alayhi salatu wasalam. ثَكَلَتْكَ أُمُّكَ يَا مُعَاذ. May your mother mourn you. What else will throw the people in the hellfire? On their faces or on their nose in another narration, but حصائد ألسنتهم, the harvest of their tongue. What the tongue say and the result of it is one of the major reasons, subhanallah, that will take the human being to Jahannam. In another hadith, Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam said, انصف أذنيك من فيك. Your ears and tongue with justice. And then he explained it. The reason you have two ears and one tongue, so you will listen more than you speak. Subhanallah. And it's very interesting to see what Allah, everything He creates us, there is a reason. So now I'm sure everybody will say, so what I'm going to talk about if I'm going to stay silent? The verse in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it in Surah Al-Nisa, the woman. He said, لا خير في كثير من نجواهم. There is not much good in the majority of what they speak. Subhanallah. Illa, that now He teaches us. Quran is a book that guides us. And not only say don't do, but also He tells us what to do. So what do we say? إِلَّا مَنْ أَمَرَ بِصَدَقَةٍ. What comes out of your mouth or my mouth has to be a form of charity. And the form of charity is not only fundraising and give money, but also something that will bring good or goodness to someone else, to a community, to family, to the spouse, to the child. Something good, make someone feel good is a charity. Because Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, in another hadith he said, تَبَسُّمُكَ فِي وَجْهِ أَخِيكَ صَدَقَةً. You smile in the face of your brother or sister is a form of charity. Meaning you make them feel good. أَوْ مَعْرُوف, or you order or you enjoin something that is well known in the community to be also good in action. Or the third one, Islahun bayn al-nas. What you say will bring two people who they are going through difficult times between them. They have, let's say there is an issue between them. There's a quarrel between them or argument. What you say, you bring them back together, especially between husband and wife, or between a father and a son, or a mother, or a parents and children, or children and parents. What you say, and especially this is especially to the sisters, when your friend or sister call you and she said, my husband did this or that. Or if the husband call his friend and says, my wife did this or that, we should Not say, oh, really, is that the case? Wow, don't forgive him, don't forgive her, do this or do that. No, on the contrary, what we should say is always the islah, to rectify a relationship, is either explain to the other side that, you know what, maybe they didn't mean it this way. Or, oh, you know what, many people say it, it doesn't mean it is bad. Or even, and this is one of the things that lying is allowed, is when you want to bring two people together. And then Allah in the verse say, وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ ابْتِغَاءَ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ فَسَوْفَ نُؤْتِيهِ أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. Imagine this. And whomsoever does that, for the sake of Allah, you not for yourself so people praise you or get this or that, but rather to please Allah, I will be rewarded. I will be rewarded. Great reward. Subhanallah, couple of things I'll share with you. How many times, and I'm sure you all went through this, someone asked you a question that you really feel, why do they ask me this, right? For example, a couple have been married for 2 or 3 years, and someone asked them, why don't you have children? Or for example, a single a man or a woman, and says, why you are not yet married? Or how much you bought your house? That's a disease of a tongue. They call it al-kalamu fima la yani. You talk about something not of your business or my business. And the beautiful hadith, he said alayhi salatu wassalam, min husni islam al-mar tarkuhu ma la yani. A sign of a good Islam, perfect. Husn is actually excellence. A sign that my Islam, yours, is at the level of excellence is when I do not talk about or ask about something that is not of my concern. I am going to use, let's say I need a plumber in the house, and my neighbor or part of my family or a friend used that plumber. I'm going to ask her, how was the job? How much you paid him? Because I need that. But if I don't, why do I ask these questions? And this is a disease of the tongue. Don't forget, when the tongue is not straight, the heart is not straight. And what do we want? We want to go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with a straight, sound heart. Sayyidina Luqman, the wise man, was asked, what made you so wise? Listen to this. Everybody wants to be wise. Everyone wants to say the right thing. He didn't study. He did not take a PhD in how to say the right things. Basically, he said, لا أسأل عما كفيته ولا أتكلم فيما لا يعنيني. I do not ask about things I don't need, I have enough of, and I don't say or speak about things that is not of my concern. So that's one. Second, we need to stay away from speaking about sins and speaking about things that is displeasing to Allah. Did you watch that movie? Did you watch that series? Did you see this? Describe things that is absolutely not pleasing to Allah. Basically haram. Enough that somebody, we all, may Allah forgive us all, we all get weak and we watch this or say that or listen to this. Then ask Allah for forgiveness and move on, but don't talk about it. Oh, did you see that movie? Go and see it. Now, that's another disease of the tongue. I should stay away from it. Third one, subhanAllah, there is so many of these things. It's about 12 diseases of the tongue. Third one, and especially in these blessed days where we meet a lot of people, we really need to put these, you put them under the microscope, like a sheet, and you go and say, oh, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say this. They call it التقعر في الكلام, when you speak in a way to impress people, right? And that basically praising or using very sophisticated word and that people don't understand, just to show off. And I'll end up with this hadith, and look at this. إِنَّ مِنْ أَحَبَّكُمْ إِلَيَّ وَأَقْرَبُكُمْ إِلَيَّ مَجْلِسًا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. The most beloved among you to me, to him alayhi salatu wasalam, and those who will sit next to him alayhi salatu wasalam, أَحَاسِنُكُمْ أَخْلَاقًا, those who has the best manners, conduct. وَإِنَّ مَنْ أَبْغَضَكُمْ إِلَيْهِ, and those among you, those who are the least favorite or loved by me, and the furthest away from me on the day of judgment, الثرثارون, talkative, متشدقون, those who use sophisticated words, والمتفيقهون, also those who praise themselves and also use sophisticated word to impress people. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I always say this, and I hope we can do it, that there was a filter on our tongue. So when anything we say not pleasing to Allah, literally move out. And things that is pleasing to Allah, move forward. Ya Rabbi, Ameen. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will teach us and help us to practice.
ولا تخزني يوم يبعثون يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم.